Green Lantern New Guardians number 20, written by Tony Bedard, art by Andre Guinaldo. So last issue was, it was Green Lantern number 20. All the big wrap-up events happened. And then this one is opening with Kyle. He's painting back on Earth. We get some narration of two people talking. We don't know who they are. And they're basically like, oh, well, ever since Kyle became a White Lantern, he came back, he's painting, and he's just letting all of his emotions out freely. And we see him drawing a picture of Ganthet. And then we see more drawings in his studio of all the people he came across his journey. And we see Saint Walker, Arkillo, Bleeze, Glomulus, Monk, Indigo One, Atrocitus, Larfleeze, Fatality, Carol, and Sade. And he's like, all right, Ring, if I am savior of the universe and Space Jesus, why do I still feel so empty? And the Ring's like, I don't know. What, do you expect me to know that? So we get to 5 hours earlier where he's making his way back to Earth, and Saint Walker comes out from Earth, and he's like, oh, hey, Kyle, yeah, because of Green Lantern Corps, I ended up on Earth for like an issue. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I waited here for you. What's up, man? And he's like, I don't know. I just, we broke up the band. The team's no longer a thing, but I still feel this emptiness in me. And he's like, okay, well, your entire purpose since issue 1 has been to save Ganthet. And he's dead. So yeah, that's kind of an issue. That what do you think you're going to do now? And they basically just fly across the Earth, sharing philosophies with each other as they look in on all the different Lantern Corps, and then Kyle saves some people. So he looks in on the Blue Lantern Corps, and he's like, oh yeah, you guys set up a new planet. And they're like, yeah, we lost our planet in Blue Beetle. Can you believe that? It's like, yeah, it's good. It's kind of an event. We see Carol and Hal got together. Atrocitus apparently is more focused than ever. Kyle sent Glomulus back to Larfleeze, but now he's not obeying Larfleeze, so it's kind of its own special little hell for him. They come across an oil rig on fire, and Kyle makes a Green Lantern construct, and St. Walker just asks, hey, you're still able to just do Green Lanterns? I thought everything was going to be like White Lantern. And he's like, nope, I guess that's not how it works. Beats me, though. They look in on Indigo Tribe because they're like, oh yeah, Indigo Tribe can call all of the Lantern powers. Why are they any different than the White Lanterns? And they don't ever answer that question, which really bugs me. The fact that they don't explain how they're different. But apparently the leader of the Indigo Tribe can see that they're spying. So it's like, oops, sorry. All right, bye. So they make their way to an active war zone. And Kyle's like, Atrocitus made me hurt a lot of people the last time I was in this situation, but maybe I'll try something different. And he uses the power of the Sapphires to force them all to love their enemies. And so everyone's just hugging and sharing toys and stuff. And he's like, yeah, maybe I'll just use this power on the entire Earth and make everybody love each other. And St. Walker's like, he's like, nah, I'm kidding. I would never do that. I'm not the first Lantern. I'm not making people my emotional guinea pigs. And they're like, oh yeah, First Lantern, man. He did some messed up stuff to us. And Kyle's like, yeah, no, he made me live with my ex-girlfriend and then made me happy with my dad who walked out. And St. Walker's like, the nerve. How dare he? But then they make the point of he did give us some time with them. And he's like, no, but my dad was a letdown. He's just a mechanic. If he was going to leave, he may as well have been something big or important. And St. Walker makes the point of look, he made me see my dead family. And I got to spend more time with them. So maybe he lets you know where your dad is and what he's doing. Maybe you can use that as a gift for the future. And Kyle's like, okay, yeah, I see where you're going with this. And he gets home, and St. Walker flies away to go build the Blue Lantern Corps. And he paints a picture of his father's garage. And then we see at the actual garage in Arizona, the Mr. Rayner gets a customer, walks in, and he's like, oh, hey, partner, didn't hear your car pull up. And we see it's Kyle, and he recognizes it as Kyle. And he's like, oh, hey, what do you want? And he's like, oh, don't worry. And I'm like, it's nothing bad. I just was hoping we could get to know each other. And he's like, oh, well, I don't know what to say. He's like, well, say you don't have plans for dinner tonight. And we see the two voices talking again. And they're like, yeah, I think Kyle's going to be okay without us. I mean, we raised him right, and we just got to trust that he is going to be his own man. And then we see that the two voices are Ganthet and Sade, who, as we revealed at the end of Green Lantern 20, did end up surviving. And they are like, yep, nope, he's going to be great. He brought out the best in me, says Ganthet, and he's going to bring out the best in so many other people. And now I can be yours forever. And Sade's like, and I am yours as well. So Then they go out in the universe and they enjoy happily ever after. The end. I like it. I think it's a nice little, just slow downbeat, like, yep, the team is gone. Here's what everybody's up to. And then it's setting Kyle on, maybe let's heal some of those wounds. I've found my dad. And that is a major character beat for the character of he always wanted that father figure. He lost the one that was in Gambit, and so he decided to go see his actual dad. And there's plenty of stories that can come out of that. None of them really Space Cop related or even Space Jesus related, so I doubt we're really gonna do anything with it, but if we do, I wouldn't be disappointed. So overall, I enjoyed the issue. I'll give it a 7.5. Mainly, the only thing that's keeping it from an 8 is that it does feel really padded out. It, like, everything I said was good, but it felt really spaced out. Like, if this were a bit less decompressed, it could have fit into like half an issue, which sounds obvious, but at the same point, it's just not a lot there in substance. So yeah, 7.5. Still really enjoyed it though, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the series manages to go from here.